Hey, what is up, everybody? Justin Sardi, co-founder and CEO of TubeSift here. And today we're doing another one of our expert interviews. And we brought my buddy Shash on the call, and he's going to be talking all about some e-commerce stuff.
Yeah, glad to be on here. You're one of the OGs in this space, so always glad to, chat with you and be on here. One of the things I wanted to talk about today, because I think it's not talked about enough, is YouTube ads for e-commerce, because people ask questions about that, and there's not really great knowledge out there. There's not really high-level information out there on that.
Yeah, man, I've noticed that a lot. Like everybody always asks about e-com. I mean, it's a huge space in the or huge thing in the online space. And most people are just used to the whole Facebook thing where they can, toss up a quick 10, 15-second video, whatever it may be, and then they hope that'll work for YouTube. But that's just not the case. At completely different platforms.
So, I think the first thing that's really important to talk about is what kind of brand would do well, right? What kind of product, brand, etc. So when I look at e-commerce on YouTube, there's a few big differences from Facebook. Number one is you need higher acceptable cost per acquisition, right? A cost per acquisition of like $10 may sometimes work on Facebook, but if on YouTube, what we've generally found is that you want to be able to pay, at the very low end, $30 for new customer, really comfortably, at least $40 for our customers. The second thing is you need a high conversion rate on your store, right? So whatever, every click you get, at least 3% should convert into a customer. So what we found with YouTube and e-commerce is the creative is something that you need to put a lot of effort into. It's 80% of it, right? So a big issue I see is that a lot of e-commerce brands undervalue video, right? Usually if you're at the 7-figure mark or the 8-figure mark, you should be okay with investing in some sort of video ads, because number one, obviously you can use them for YouTube. Number two, you can use them on Facebook. We found consistently that the video ads we create for our clients outperformed their Facebook image ads. It's even for info products. A lot of our scripts we create for our clients, they do better than our clients use them for their Facebook advertising. And number three, you can use video for your brand assets, for your Instagram, for your website. One of our clients actually, they put one of the video that we kind of produced with them on their homepage as a kind of a homepage video. So that's a big part where you have to be comfortable with quality video. You can't really get away with super low quality stuff on YouTube. People are on YouTube, they're watching high quality video. They're watching really interesting kind of vlogs. It's a much more video oriented platform as opposed to Facebook, where you're scrolling through the newsfeed. So if you see like an image ad, or if you see like a, kind of a slideshow video, it's still going to engage you because you're competing with text. But on YouTube, you're competing with, people who know their stuff with video. You're competing with YouTubers whose job it is to literally kind of make the visual version of crack cocaine for, your viewing pleasure. So you have to grab their attention with a well-produced video. You can get away with lower quality kind of stuff like voiceover videos as a testing mechanism, right? Like you can get away with taking raw footage together, editing it together, maybe adding some simple stuff as a testing mechanism. But what we found, the key to really scaling on YouTube is really creating a video that, number one, is kind of a live action video that shows the product, because we're talking about a physical product, right? So we're talking about something where people automatically associate basically the quality of the video with the quality of the product. Like if you have the option between choosing a product that has a video for it that just looks super professional, you're going to go for that. And the higher quality video also will display the better characteristics. And then you have to script it right. You have to make sure the formula and so on is set up properly, and you have to have strong call to actions. So a very strong call to action is like a key, where you actually tell them in the video, hey, go click on this website to get this product. With the videos, it's important where, if you've got a brand that's doing 7 figures or 8 figures, you should be okay with, at the minimum, testing with a budget of $4,000 to $5,000 on the videos themselves. So 4 to 5K, you can get some decent videos made for that budget. And then if something starts working well, then you should be okay with spending more, just because it's such a huge brand asset. And quite honestly, there have been a lot of e-com companies that have done extremely well with YouTube. Like when I see the videos that do really well, it's usually the ones there that had a lot of effort put into them, right? It's a video platform. So
Right.
it's pretty important to just be okay with the understanding that a big part of your kind of spend is going to be video. So usually the way I think about it is a certain percentage of your, let's say you get your ad program on YouTube started, you should be investing a certain percentage of your profits back into more videos.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, testing's so important, even if it's just like swapping out the hook part of the video. I mean, that can make a huge difference. I've seen a lot of people running ads with, multiple hooks in the beginning, with the rest being the same, and just that slight tweak in the beginning has made all the difference as well. So just like different variations.
You have to definitely reach that level where you kind of have a video that grabs people's attention, but at that point, then you want to test it. You want to have different edits, different variations, try a longer version, shorter version. And then that's kind of the key of it, right? Like you want to have both quality and quantity. And the cool thing about doing those quick video edits, it literally does not cost you much more, because all you need is a video editor to go in and make those changes. And you actually shoot the video in the way where you shoot different hooks, and then you have a different body, and then you may, if you want, you can even have different calls to actions and so on.
And so like one other question I have for you, what's your typical process you go about like targeting these types of, like, how do you target your ideal audience? Are you using like in-market audiences? Like what exactly, what do you start with?
So starting with usually a mix of keywords, custom audiences, so based on URLs or based on, basically Google search terms. We obviously, placements is something you can do, and in market for sure. Usually it's target CPA.
Okay.
But for this info product, it's maximize conversions. So we use target CPA and maximize conversions a lot. And sometimes for some weird reason, like maximize conversions, even though in most accounts it doesn't work better, in some accounts it works better. Like in this particular account, every time we've tried to use target CPA for our biggest campaigns, it just results have gone down. While in other accounts, like target CPA just consistently outperforms maximize conversions. So like it's so much of this is dependent on the product, the price point of the product, the conversions you're optimizing for. For example, if I was optimizing for, let's say, a $6,000 sale, right? Let's say a super high ticket info product. No targeting, even if it gets cheap leads, it may not get you the best leads. On the other hand, for ecom, like, pretty fast if it's getting you sales or not, right? Like, a couple of $100 in spend, it's working or it's not working. On the other hand, for a $6,000 product, like to really test that, you'd have to spend, like $5,000 plus or something. So yeah, it's one of those things where it depends on the context. But the key thing is you kind of have to test a lot. I know this sounds obvious, but you have to test a lot, and you want to start with the more narrow audiences first. So like, keywords, placements, maybe some in-market ROI, the custom audiences, and then, you start expanding to affinity topic audiences. You eventually like trying no targeting at all, which is, that's true scale.
But yeah, like if people wanted to reach out to you and, talk with you about, helping get their ads going, all that kind of stuff, let us know where.
Yeah, so a couple places, linksdigitalagency.com. So I guess we'll put a link in there or something. Yeah. And then I got a YouTube channel as well where you can watch videos and learn for free. And then you can also hit me up on my personal profile if you need anything.
Cool. Yeah, and we'll drop links below this video for all that. And dude, thanks a bunch for taking some time out, shedding some light on that. I know a lot of people don't talk about ecom, so I'm really excited to get this out to all our people.
Awesome. No worries at all. Cheers.
All right. Later.